Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are. Trust everybody's doing well. Once again, welcome. Welcome to our Q&A session. We have these sessions every first Saturday of each month. Here, what we do is we get our practitioners to come in and share their journey and experience with us, and then we have them answer our questions that we post from the community and encourage us to get started within IT, especially within the ServiceNow space. This is fresh out of Knowledge 2025. Um, for those that don't know, or just to set the record straight, Knowledge is ServiceNow flagship event. This happens, annually, so always in the spring around May, the first weekend in May. This is always with the approach where they share new, new and emerging technologies within ServiceNow, and then get a lot of demo for roadmap items for what is to come, so that way each one of us is prepared to really dive deep. And ServiceNow also has a host of new innovations, and then it's also a way of being active in the community and then networking, especially trying to get your next opportunity as well. It's very open for each one to get involved. Um, One thing is certain, uh, it's not everyone that is able to attend Knowledge due to different reasons, but Knowledge also has the online opportunities. So online for especially the kickoffs. So what happens is you're able to uh, attend the keynote for the different days. So day one, day two, day three, and then also most of this content becomes available after they are, pretty much cleaned out. So the recordings are pretty much cut short and then made ready, and then they are all put online for the knowledge on demand. So like right now, if we go through, you will see a lot of content within that knowledge. So all you just need to do is already, if you have your ServiceNow, um, you know, your ServiceNow user credentials, and then you're able to go ahead and hop in. So I'll go ahead and start to share. So today's session is really about unwrapping what those great innovations are within knowledge. Um, One thing about knowledge that you need to know is the first thing that you need to remember is ServiceNow is there for you. You the customers, you the the community, just to make sure, and the partner ecosystem, just to make sure that they're getting your feedback, they are improving the product, and then they are also um, ensuring that they are pushing all of these innovations into the different products or product areas and workflows that's available. Um, the first big push, everything definitely is AI right now, the artificial intelligence, especially in the process of agentic AI, because ServiceNow has started AI since 2018 or 2017 when they began building the chatbot. That's the conversational interface is now then used to call the virtual agent. Um, and then from there, there was that push for predictive intelligence, the machine learning capability. So predictive intelligence, the tax intelligence, document intelligence, as well as the robot process automation, the unattended and attended robots, or RPA bots. And then with that, um, they've continued to acquire and muscle other organizations to boost their offerings. And then after the launch of that ChatGPT or OpenAI ChatGPT in 2022, so in 2023, they now went ahead to launch that Gen AI capability. Um, with that Gen AI capability, which is generative AI, now they were able to push out Gen AI capabilities for a few of their workflows, pretty much, which is what AI, a lot of those AIs are, at the onset for experimentation. So like ITSM, like HR, like customer service, and then the creator workflows. So that's the a flow creation, and then flow recommendation, or the words code creation kind of thing, so that we help with building out. So once those were released into the market in that 2023, especially after that 2023 knowledge, in 24, they continue to build on that or expand on that. So now they now made the Gen AI capability ubiquitous across the platform. So they had it in every corner of the business. So with a lot of consolidation. So now they have Gen AI in, whether it's in uh, strategic portfolio management, Gen AI in software asset management, Gen AI in change management, Gen AI in ITOM, IT operations management area. That's like the alert or automation, or what we used to call predictive AI ops, pretty much now, which is what you would be hearing a lot of people talk about. There is also AI in field service management. There's AI in um, say, for example, the financial services operations, which is also part of that customer service suite of capabilities. There is also digital government or AI in government, so Now Assist for government. ServiceNow's offering before, when they all kicked off, ServiceNow also has their domain specific large language models. They also have what we call which is the ServiceNow LLM. There's also the other large language models or LLMs that are out there, like the Gemini LLM. There's also the IBM Watson. There's that. There's the Copilot. So Microsoft's offering theirs. There's a lot of these too. So ServiceNow provides what we call a controller. That controller enables you to integrate pretty much with an external provider or a third-party provided LLM. And then that way you can use that for your assists, or you can use that for the different skills. So I know it's a lot to unpack. So Now Assist is ServiceNow's offering within that, and then that way they now are offering that in the different packages. So you would see like ServiceNow provides it as a single subscription, or you can include that with a professional plus. So you're only able to use a professional license or professional plus license with it, for that to happen. So right now with 2025, which is the knowledge that just passed, and then earlier in the year, um, and then last year they first talked about it, the launch of uh, the AI product into learning using knowledge graphs. So what that does is it provides a curated experience or recommendations. If you see, for example, it's using similar to the Now Assist for search, right? So the AI search assist, if you will. So it gives recommendations. So what we call the next best action. So what that does is it gives you based on a curated journey. So a journey, for example, we have different journey or different pathways to getting you to your particular persona or career that you choose within the IT space. So we're going to take a look at some of them today. Um, so ServiceNow has these offerings. What's there is it's going to give recommendations based on your journeys and the courses that you actually are completing. So you would see that infused all across the platform. And then because of that, ServiceNow also using now propose the launch to which is a transition, if you will, to ServiceNow University offering. And what that ServiceNow University offering is now more, like we said, curated or personalized learning, and then with also um, gamification in there. So more like, bite-sized content giving you a boost, or what we call reward, right? Like the carrot and stick thing. So rewards and incentives to get you, like they said, like that dopamine, so that you're now, if you have gotten that, you're now being, it reinforces that requirement for you to not let go, but to continue to learn or be much more engaged and involved into your own learning journeys. Um, so ServiceNow talked about that that year. Started with the AI pilot. If you of us in the community were involved in that, but now beginning with this year, they started to kind of like, even before pre-conference, they started rolling out um, the on-demand courses um, for free, which we're going to take a look at in a few minutes. But then they now, you know, in at Knowledge now officially launched, because before it was more of a roadmap or a pipeline. Now they officially kicked off ServiceNow University. So now learning, so the ServiceNow learning platform now changes or has evolved to ServiceNow University. So a lot of times you would see, or a lot of you would have noticed that also, um, that once you go to the learning.servicenow.com or now learning, before it transitions, and then you see welcome to your own university. So that's ServiceNow University. ServiceNow is also, drinking their own champagne or eating their own cake, right? So you would see that portal view. So that experience where you're able to see that, you're able to start to browse for content and then use it, if you will, in that regard. So for starters, the big buzz in Knowledge was about uh, that ServiceNow University, and then providing you with the capability and created learnings based on, the ServiceNow journey that you're in, which we'll take a look at some of them. And then this is not this is something that the journeys continue to evolve and grow. Um, and then there is also the agentic AI, which agentic AI started all out. So now the whole essence of that is to take AI to the next level. So or take Gen AI to the next level. So now what you're able to do is you're able to actually in your design studio with a lot of tools that you can use to orchestrate, right, across workflows. So ServiceNow is being touted or boasts themselves as the AI platform for digital transformation. So, and they are investing heavily on their platform and consolidating their core platform or digital business area. So now they are looking at um, the base platform capability and all its uh, workflow automation, or what we call build tools, and then how you can use that to create your AI skills, or what we call AI agents. So now you tie that to a particular use case or persona. So, for example, there is the HR agent here that would support HR use cases. There is an IT agent, which will support IT use cases, just similar to how we have those Now Assist for those particular business areas. There will be use cases within there that those AI agents, without with just those provided instructions like you would do for Gen AI, where you engage with uh, uh, the model, or you engage with that large language model, LLM. You can use different experiences, whether it's the ServiceNow provided the ServiceNow provided chat, so you can talk of the assist panel, or within the tool in itself. So in product, you can also have in product one, and then within that, now you're able to engage with also custom skills, which is what those AI agents are. So you're able to use like what we call the retrieval augmented generator. So you're able to use that to call, you know, other items. So for example, a knowledge article, you could pull that content there. You could also pull a subflow or flow, so which are also part of that build. When you're working on that, you're able to build custom skills, which is exactly what those your domain specific agents will do, or what your build agents will do. So the build agents is for creator workflows that they listen to your prompting, which is just your questions, right? You post questions like you would type when you're trying to go Google search. You'd continue to refine it, but you provide as much detail as you can to make sure that the model kind of like understands you, and then you make adjustments if based on the feedback that it provides, so that way, whether it's for the inputs, whether it's for the outputs, and then the logic that you have, you'll be able to do same. You'll be able to do same. So the whole buzz is about those AI agents and what they'll do, because ServiceNow is big on that. There is a lot of offerings in Now Learning or ServiceNow University to help with that, which we're going to also take a look at. The whole backbone within that is really about your data. What's that's called is it's called the workflow data fabric, which is just ensure that no matter where your data is, there is a connecting layer. So it now acts as that connector. That's what that workflow data fabric is. No matter where your data is residing, whether it's in ServiceNow in itself, or those ServiceNow tables, or whether it's outside in like a data lake, or anywhere your data is, it's going to be able to act like that orchestrator, and then pull it in, and then use that to solve. There's a lot of integrations there. We talk about those spokes and the different offerings. ServiceNow is big on that, so that way you don't necessarily have to worry that ServiceNow is going to be having to first import the data, then use it. No, they're able to connect with that using that. So your data, that connection, and then the workflows, the different business workflows that you would use. So let's enough of the talking. But once again, don't forget, if you do have questions, put them in the chat, or you can always unmute and then ask them, so that we can get going. If you are not, you can always go to the servicenow.com. If you go to servicenow.com, you would see the let's go ahead and do that right away, so that each one is kind of like, let's do that. ServiceNow.com, because definitely ServiceNow.com. All right, it's open the ServiceNow page. This is what you get. This is what you get. ServiceNow.com. The first things first is you should already be have an account. If you do not, it will prompt you to get started, which it will say, okay, you do not have one, that for you to do that, you should sign in. So this is the ServiceNow site. So all the information that you need, this is your go-to about ServiceNow, whether it be careers, whether it's their partners, whether it's their support. Yes, and then we're going to start getting started. For someone new, it will be that. Then you would put in your details, fill it up. You put in like you're creating a Gmail account, or a Yahoo account, whichever way, or Slack account, or you're signing up for a newsletter. You put that information there, and then you go. So just a minute. We'll go to this to the single sign on. Take it on. So these are tiles, or what we call headers, all the way up top at the beginning, right? They are all menu items. They are tabs or tiles. You have them. So you would see my learning. So I'm signed in already. So I already have me signed in. So that's my avatar, to where my profile information is. Here you would see my now. It will give you some now information. You would see the product information, so the different product and features that ServiceNow offers. And then, whether it's for IT, whether it's for customer service, or now it's consolidated, so customer relationship management now. So each one, it lists those there. So like for IT, you can see everyone. You see AI agent, whether you look for I think those were featured products rather. So for IT, you see whether it's for APM or what's called enterprise architecture now. There's service operation workspace. All of these are suite of products that they offer. So the business solutions, if you will, or business applications. The one for customer service, you see it's CRM one. So customer service, field service, sales and order management, or SOM, financial service operations, healthcare and life sciences like hospitals, medical facilities, and all those kinds of providers. Then sales and order management for telecom. That's what this one is. There's also for Okay, this is for the providers, technology providers. This is for telecoms, telco. That's digital government, public sector. This telecom service management, then the provider service management. So kind of like similar to what you have in these two. This is for the price to quote, the ordering. That's what you see for these ones there. All right. This is the risk and security, or what we call the security operations suite. Here you would see security operations, security incident response, vulnerability. Vendor risk management is now third-party risk management. There's IRM, or integrated risk management also, and then threat intelligence security center. There's security posturing and privacy. There's that HR one for employee experiences. So HR service, talent development, legal services is in here. And then workplace service delivery, especially after that pandemic or COVID, ServiceNow was able to consolidate the delivery of what we call the Safe Workplace app, which was delivered in record time in a week, and to help with managing the vaccination and the PPE equipment, as well as the space, because of that distance. So a lot of people went remote employees. So that offering, if you will, there, and then that's been consolidated, and then it's now with that space management within that workplace service delivery. There's also for the app development, so the creator workflow, so App Engine Studio, that we talk about the build experiences. There's a lot of build experience that we have or changes there. There's Integration Hub, where you talk about those pre-built integrations, spokes, with their different actions and subflows to help with that data, or the data exchange requirements, whether it's be REST, 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 REST integration. Then the finance and supply chain, which is a part of that consolidation to meet what we call the core platform now, or core business suite. Finance and supply chain, which we talk about account payable, sourcing and procurement, and supplier life cycle. Those are there. And based on those solutions, they support the different industries. So whether it's for automotive, whether it's banking, consumer packaged goods, healthcare. So you can see the different suites, industries that they provide services to, government, so national government, so life sciences, technology provider, manufacturer, non-profits, every type of industry, they have a presence, or they have tools to support. You also see your one-stop shop, that ServiceNow University, Now Learning. It morphed, it's transition there. So ServiceNow resource, you would see there's community, there's a developer resource, there's the events, which knowledge is one of, and the flagship one. There's customer success, and there's ServiceNow blog. So within that learning, which we'll come to in a little minute, you would see that career journeys, which we're going to take a stab at. You see training, you would see the expert service, and because we're going to come in here and then really walk through the styles. Then community, the community has grown, it's been robust, over 800,000 active participants. So you are welcome. If you're not already signed into your knowledge, or signed into the community, just go ahead and do it. It's one sign on you need. Once you're part of the ServiceNow training or Now Learning before, the same sign on you use, so username and password, from whether it's Now Learning or the developer portal, or from the, say for example, you have the learning plans, whichever one, it's one resource, you one access, can one access multiple resource. So there is support. So support is there, customer support. So whether it's for communities, and then you can get support. There is that documentation. So you can visit documentation for either of these product areas. You can see also under learning, there is that too as well, under developer resources. It's just a couple of other drill downs, which you would see. So there's best practice, which there is that technical best practice. There is now create ServiceNow's implementation methodology to actually deliver the solutions right all the time. Customer success stories, which if you take a look, you see the impact, and then services that impact offers. There's also ServiceNow Resource Center, where you can leverage on, whether it's white papers, whether it's analyst reports. There's so much you can use to deliver better projects. Then the partner resources. So under partner resources, you can find a partner, you can apply to be a partner, you can become a partner, you can read all about that, so that you can, there are different levels to partner, whether you want to be an implementation and consulting partner, whether you can be a build partner, there are different partners, even training partner. There's so much where you're helping to scale up resources. Then this is about ServiceNow itself. So the careers, leadership, learning, the reports, all that good stuff, their research. But this is where we are going to start with first before we look at that. So knowledge is big. Just go there, click on it. You can see now all of that, you're able to go in and watch them on demand. So all those knowledge content, you're able to go in there and pop it and watch them on demand. The whole thing. So you can see it now, Knowledge 2025. This is the keynote. You're able to start to, engage with it. You're able to do that. You can search based on, for example, like you see them say they want, kicking things off. You can the whole content. So whether you're looking at the agentic one, you're thinking big, you can also run those filters there too. So you can look at sessions where you can start to filter them here on the knowledge. So You can filter whether it's on now, so how ServiceNow is using their own thing that we talked about, right? Drinking your own champagne or eating your own cake and having it. Here, if you filter for it, it will apply those filters. 14 items found. Then you can look through, especially when you have a lot. Remember, you're filtering to content or it's data. So the same way, if you want Keynote day one, so this is creator Keynote for the developer community, right? Not just the MVPs or rising stars, no. Day two Keynote, day one Keynote with Bill. Go take a look, it's all there. It's all there. So if you want to think big, so maybe, they're bold ideas, where they are going, go there, go take a look. You can say, okay, I want to keep updated with agentic AI or agentic information. They would show you how. 5 minutes, 11 minutes, they're short bite sizes. You can also, if you want to filter based on audience or based on level, based on the industry, you name it, it's all there to get you. You can look at if specific for speakers, maybe if you have your speaker list, for example, you can go take a look. Maybe you're looking for them. You can filter based on the person you're looking for. If you know any particular speaker, for example, you can put them there. You can specify if you want to region for the speaker. So let's say only American speakers. I mean, they will all be there. They're all in there. So the quite a number of them, just as an FYI. You can also filter based on sponsors. If you wanted particular sponsors that you're looking for, there are sessions or so you can take a look. You can see them. There are sponsors. A lot of times those sponsors are also partners. You're also able to go in there and then look for work through within these organizations. So you can also create your own race, like we talk about it's curated, right? You can go there and create your race. You can say, okay, I'm filtering for this particular content. You can do that. You can go do that. That's okay. All the contents, they are all on demand now. You don't necessarily have to have you didn't miss out on a lot. Yes, you missed out on the in-person one or things like that, but the content is there for us to go in there and then digest it and keep being in the know, so that you'll be much more prepared for later on, because there's also going to be a roadshow. Um, there is going to be that World Forum, which they will go to different cities. So they will be in a city near you too as well. So go take a look. Go take a look. All right. Um, so on the other hand, I'm already signed in. I don't know why it keeps on it keeps acting like it's forgetting. But I believe it should remember. If not, okay, I can always sign in or verify again. Um, just as a heads up. But back to uh, back to the learning one, right? So learning, ServiceNow provides that ServiceNow career journeys. There is the training and certifications. There's the expert programs. There's the help center, and then there's the Rise Up. All right. So first off, we'll start out the career journeys. So here you're getting your recommendations based on your different. We talk about your persona. So and you can be provided with curated experience. So the different courses that you can expect to have. So here you see system administrator journey, and then here you can go to that career journey. There is for application developers, so that's software engineering one. So you build. Here is for the platform owner. This was just introduced. It's new. All right. So, and each one, let's say you take a look. So let's say I wanted to take a look on this one, for example. All you need to do is click on it, and then it will now show you. It's now going to show you, you know, the different uh, options available, whether it's an associate, a professional, and an expert. So you are able to go ahead and start by just clicking on that, and then or start there. You can watch videos where it will try to explain the what to expect, right? Technical expertise XYZ about the organizations to do, leveraging the ServiceNow platform. So you can also come in there, like we said, the associates. It now tells you this is how long it's going to take, 4 days and 6 XYZ thing. Um, Introductory to this course and the Welcome to ServiceNow MicroCert. Um, and then that will prepare you for the certified administrator, because the core is you need to get that certified system administrator one. So it now starts to open the content that you need, which is to make this up. So learn about ServiceNow community, about 10 minutes, create your ServiceNow profile or community profile. And then it gives you, like we talk about that gamification points for it. So you can go, it even tells you, okay, post the content within the admins, it starts to tell you things you need to know, flow designer, what they are reporting, join a specific a special interest group, and then join the SNOG, ServiceNow user groups. So it walks you through all you need for to meet these that associate. And then it's not that you have to do everything in one go. It knows that you have a life. So as much as you finish a little bit, you go and you come back in. You go and you come back in. You can go to professional level, where now it starts to tell you, the more content you have, and then before you eventually get to the expert level, and then it starts to talk of the different applications and what you should be able to help with. And then for sure in this place, it will now show you all those content. So the expectation is that you have already finished most of these, and then this one, and then you get to that, which will be some extras that you will need. All right, some extras that you will need. So just for an XYZ service now, this list is evergreen, so it will continue to be updated as new career journeys or new personas, or what we say, those roles within the platform exist. So in the same way, um, like we opened there, you can see them here too on the ServiceNow University one. It's still there too. So here you would see your learning home. So you can always use that one to go back. So anyone you click on, it should take you back, or you can click on, this will take you to ServiceNow.com itself. This will take you to the university page. If you click on that, which will take you to the university's landing page, which is that home page for the university. This will do that. So this is the career journey one. All right. This is for credentials. So credential one, which is the one I think we have somewhere there. Just click on it. It will show, so we can look at the programs, the different parts, and then you see credential verifications. Like once you're a certified practitioner, you can type your name here and then get, that your certification verified. Just you type your name, and then it will find you. All right, it will find you, especially if you have if you opted to be found, right, opted in, so that way if the partners or employers want to go search for you, they can see that you have the required certifications. They can go check. All right, they can go check and confirm. So that's one way. That's credential one is there. The expert programs. So expert programs is you're working in there, within ServiceNow, is you're now getting to the elite, or the pinnacle of the ServiceNow program offering. So for architects, so starting out with architectural excellence, baseline understanding of what architects do, especially as you mature in your career delivery or career journey. This is where you're going or headed. There is the certified workflow architect, which was provided, but for now it's been cut off because for the longest it was only the ServiceNow master architect and the technical architects that were available in this offering. Started out with the master architecture, and then any one of them you can go in there, open it up. It shows you what to expect. So what they do. You're an advisor. You're guiding implementations. It tells you that you need to, you know, your partner, employee, ServiceNow employee, or your customer. You need to have these qualifications as a minimum. So the certified administrator. You understand that you have that CIS or certified implementer for IT services or certified application developer. Any area, any of the areas. So and then you have knowledge. This is recommended, it's not required. So ITIL v3 or the v4 versions. And then you have at least 5 years of ServiceNow consulting experience as a lead technical for 6 large implementations. This is what it's really all about. It's what it's really all about. This is the cost, 17,000 on this one. The architecture excellence is 2,500. And then that is an ongoing one. These are their schedule for registration and getting all in there. They have knowledge. This is the program structure. So this one is 5 months, about half a year. You would say that understand the platform. You can see any requirements and things like that. You can go take a look on the architecture excellence one. You just need the certified administrator, and then the CIS or implementer is recommended. So even if you don't have that, this one you can, pretty much, if you want to know what architects do, so you have like 1 year to 3 years experience, you're early in India as an architect, or you're just transitioning, you want to know exactly what that is really all about. It's a 4 weeks program. So all you just need is about 4 hours to 6 hours each week, where you go in and review the content or the learning material, which most of the on-demand courses that we're talking about, right? Most of the on-demand courses that we're talking about, you should have, because ServiceNow, with ServiceNow University, most of the on-demand courses are available right now. The only thing is, when you're done with it, it now tells you that you have the eligibility to purchase a voucher. So of which the voucher is nothing but 300 for the application developer or the certified system administrator, and then $450 for the implementer certifications. The only thing is, on the implementer one or on the CSA one, you must finish the learning, the on-demand learning, self-paced, for you to qualify, be eligible to purchase that. So don't forget. So this is for at least 3 years implementation. You have the CSA, CAD, 2 CISs. Beginning from January next year, they will require you to have that architectural excellence. So if you don't have that, you cannot enroll. All right, beginning in January. And this is 7,000. This is 7,000. So, and that's on that one. So we can always click. You can see this is a breadcrumb. You can always go back. This is a notification. If you wanted to go to that course, you can also click on it, so that you can do that. So click on the breadcrumb, takes you back to that ServiceNow University one. Takes a couple of minutes. It should take you in there, which you would see. So now that I'm there, right there on that Mike ServiceNow University one, you can see web access or email. If you are finding where that new web access or information is, this is it. You can also go to that homepage, which is where we are now, and then you would see the getting started with learning one. If you already signed in, you can, which you should already have, it should recognize you there, and then just click on this. It should automatically sign you in, get you there. It talks about the new course formatting or the new information, and then that way you can see that, if you want to you look at the skill and how all of that is actually tied together. So there's a lot of content that is available, that you'll be able to leverage here. So like we talked about, if you click on that icon, it should take you to that home page, which is where we're at, from any one of the tiles. So now you can just click on already registered. It should already single sign you in. It should bring you in there. And then once you're in there, you can just click on start learning. If you want to, you can just go ahead and start to do this, like, watch this. It will play you the information, right, and tell you about signing up, whatever. So, and then you ask you for your details. That's that. So that's on that one. So that's if you were signing up to ServiceNow initially for the first time, it will ask you for all of that kind of stuff. But we're already in there. So I'm going to go to the home one, and then on the home one, um, I'm going to start. No, I already signed in. I'm already signed in. I'm already signed in, so it should already automatically. So this is the page you will see once you go in. Let me close the others. So this is the page you see when you go in. So it will have uh, University of U pretty much. So which is ServiceNow University. So with your name basically. So here you can search for the courses. You can set for the parts. You can set for knowledge articles. So for example, here I want you to go ahead start with ServiceNow University. It will show you all the information about ServiceNow University. So here you can go pretty much filter this content based on demand, which is self-paced ones. That way it means that you can go watch them or hear information about that. The first one is this one, getting started with ServiceNow University. That one it would walk you about 10 minutes, and then you end badges too, and then you get game points. You can see that gamification and ranking, so you can get that information. It's you can always go watch it. It's really just talking all about that, what's on offer, so what the ServiceNow content is, so you can do that. The other one is you also have to look at, it's also there about leveling your career, and then talking about micro certifications, which is for that welcome to ServiceNow one. um and then this is about how to contribute, within the community guidelines. The other one is the explanation about, which is all in there. So if you at any point in time you're working on it, you can go back, or you can go to that home one, the learning home, or you can click on there, whichever way you can do that. So here you're able to go ahead and start with Now Assist. This is ServiceNow's um, generative AI courses. If you go take a look, you will see that. So Now Assist AI agents. So you can go take a look. You would see it will provide you that. So this is that Now Assist skill kit, and then you can go take a look. It's important for you to go take a look at them. They would always be offering new things. There is one that has a path to it, so this is all that they have regarding that. You can see the ones for partners, the ones for customers. There's Now Assist executive micro certification, some hour stuff. It just shows you about it, explains it to you. So you can go take a look or stab on it, and then you would get on your way. Because when you're done, it also provides you with that, in some cases microsets, in some cases delivery accreditation. So you go ahead to look at that one. It's helpful. Then the other one is you can go take a look on here for the course regarding that agentic AI. All right, which is pretty much similar, which it should show you um, introductions to agentic AI, what it is, so you can go there and see um, the ServiceNow's AI agent or agentic AI offerings, and then it gives you, the learning plans about it. It's important because even the labs for it coming out of knowledge, that's knowledge 2025, the key 25, they are here, how to get it configured, the components. Go and do it. Go do it. It's all there. We can open each one of them. And you can see the lab comes with a lab guide, plus which you can download, and then you can practice it. The thing about the Gen AI and all of that, with ServiceNow's buzz in the market and with the offerings, I know there's in your personal development instance had those issues. You can come to this the learning environment and then request a lab from any of the courses and then use that to get your test out your work or do the things you need. This is the all new ServiceNow Help Center. So if you want to create a case or get some, help, you come in here and then, they'll be able to help you. This is knowledge articles or the information that you can have about, whether it's community, whether, what have you not. That's the composition for the agentic AI. So you're looking at, those your AI agents, right? The data that you need and the different workflows that, it's actually used, which is the building block, right? That is actually ingesting any of those your data that your agents are going to be using, right? The data and then the workflows that are used to build what value that AI agent is going to do. So it's all there. It's all skill based. It's all there. It's all available in your hands. Go out there, go search. On the on the on the other one that we're talking about, if you're there, for example, on a particular course one, so you could go in there and look for I think this was the course offering ServiceNow University. There is an FAQ, so ServiceNow University user guide is all there in that home. If you are searching based on or filtering for, if you're filtering for, maybe you're looking for knowledge articles, you could do that. Or when you're as part of that ServiceNow University, you could say you want to filter the content should be only knowledge articles. You can do that, and then it starts to show you all of those so that you can read those. Like this one. So this is the user guide, how to log in and get started. You find your content and achievements, manage your dashboard and how to navigate. It's all here. So once you're in there, you find the content you need. So here, that's it. You're using that search, right? You enter your search the key, then you start to see those filters which you can apply. Then your dashboard information. So on the header, you can find your voucher, your invoices, stuff like that, your resume, ServiceNow resume, your web assessor account, your preference for your language, and then the different elements. So, and this is exactly what you mean, whether you're here. I think the other one is, this is the FAQs. So for example, what ServiceNow University is explained, training FAQs, linking the ebook. The ServiceNow's new ebook used to be eVantage before, is now a LinkedIn or Inkling or something like that. So your account and to make sure that it's in good hands. The SPARC program, the FAQs, all of that, they're all here. So you can see those. There is also the points one. So for example, this is that gamification that we talk about. So you would always be getting points and improving your ranking as you're taking those on-demand courses and then engaging, maybe answering questions in the community, or maybe also taking survey completions as you finish some of those courses. You'll be getting some points and moving through the ranks. and then it will pretty much automatically adjust some of them, especially if you've been doing a lot of those before now. So it's a smooth transition. So if you go take a look, it starts out from your newbie as you increase your points. So level 1, level 2, level 3, um, challenger, you move through that, and then you move to champion, and then you move to legend status. So all of these takes time. 20, over 225,000, this over 300,000, this over 150,000. All of these takes time. So it's just the reward for all you do, and then how you do it. It shows you're investing your time in there into the personal learning tools. Also, they provide some additional. So, for example, these are those points or how those points are achieved. So whether you're completing your Delta exams or you're earning accreditations or micro sets or mainline sets, you're earning points. Even how long you've been a member of ServiceNow, you're earning some points. All right. Um, if you're within the community, you're earning points for helpful receive or for posting an article, or your solution is accepted, or you're a rising star, or your community MVP, you're getting some points and keys as well. All right. So even for expert service, the technical architect or master architect, you're earning some points. All right. So in there, there's a lot of resources to help you or get you started. All you need to do is to go there. Like we talk about, this is how they, based on the course, they are tying it to the on-demand skill. So just as an FYI. So the skill matters because it's skill economy. It's not, the careers are almost evolving based on the new skills, right? And then within you see disruptions even within a year, even ServiceNow in themselves. So once they are launching these products, they are it's like dopamine. They are looking for the next best thing. They are moving on. So it's a lot of learning. It's a lot of resources, a lot of content. We have the community to help you. So go in there to take a look. This is my own profile. So just as I advise you, I also soak up this content too as well. So that's the voucher one. Those are invoices. You can always include your image or on there for you can go view your profile. It tells you the progress you're having, similar like you have them here. So if you want more information, so like your resume, your web access or email, just like you will in there, like for you taking a look, your web access or email. So different ways. Yeah, it takes, you can explore the catalog here too as well. So for example, if I wanted to explore the catalog, I can do that here as well. The catalog of learning content. So it's a lot of things there, but it's not something that you cannot do. So you can always go view the profile. It would show you the achievements you have, for the quarter. You're learning. The in progress one will be there, which you can open up or collapse it. The ones completed, it can show you. They're all there. So anyone that you click on, like for it takes you to it. Resume it to take you to it. So it's all in there. So those are achievements in the same way you can see them, the certifications, you can open any one of them and then go to it. So you can see them there. You can view all of them and then look for the particular one if you need to download or, whichever one. It's all there. The shows the same, over 21 of them. They're all there listed. You can go view the list. There's that SPAT program one. There's the badges you have, you know, there's the accreditation. So whether it's the delivery accreditation or the Pro Plus accreditation, they're all here. Then the suit certification showing that you're really investing in this content, and then you're really sharing and going there. So go in there. if you're stuck, you can always reach out. There's a host of members wanting to help, community. Um, can get you, all the help you need. Uh, so this is for the user profile, which you can go make your changes. You can see based on your preferences here on this side. Be job area, skills, or whatever. You can go if you need information about showing around, which is like that tour that you saw there. Yeah, it shows you around that information. If you want additional resources, you can always go back to your profile within it. You can see your ServiceNow ID information. If you're trying to, update your ID or connect your old and new ID, you can see the location where you are. Even though it's private, you can always open or whatever information, credentials, your skills, your badges. So it's all there. It's all there. So all of the resources are there. They are available to you. Do you have questions? But for the most part, it started with the university, the agentic AI one. Um, it's all there. It's all there. So do we have any questions or concerns? You can see the skill this is supporting agentic AI. So this is their store release for Q2. In Q2, we are still just in it. So it's about to end at the end of this month. It's as simple as that. You add it to your thing, accept the terms and conditions, right? And that's all, and they register for it. That's enroll in it. They add it to your, things that you need to do. Some of them is a few, tells you as good as 30 minutes or 50 minutes or so in the course. They tell you how long it's going to take. So, and always while you're at it, you can collapse this, or you can, you can make it bigger again. You can always go back to the beginning of the course, the first one, the first page. You can, learn more about it. So for example, it will give you the breakdown there or the information, or you can just look at syllabus where it will shorten the two things that you need. So you can see the 20 minutes, 30 minutes. So that's the fundamental one. That's the implementation. So go take a look. So any changes there. So automate your organization. This is a hands-on lab. So for knowledge, I attended knowledge online. I didn't go there in person this year, but yeah, I go put it in my basket. So I'm going to go take a look and do it. It's very important. At least you would keep up to date. And then the ServiceNow University, the courses are there for free. As you finish them, they now will give you the option to purchase the voucher. So I believe I have a few of them. Recently, we can take a look, and then that would be my. I can go to my. I'll go to my home, or go to my learning. Okay, so I'll go to my learning instead of my home. So if I go to my homes, or my if I go to my learning rather, I can always see my my vouchers. I'll just go back to my learning. I'll go there. Go to my go to my no mind. It's supposed to already be yeah. Don't mind it. All right. So you can always go to the voucher one. So if you go there for the courses that you finish, you would see under that my voucher, you would see if for the courses that you finish, it gives you the eligibility to get the voucher. Just waiting for one of them to show. I think the one about GRC, I believe. Yeah, this is a human resource one, third party. So it shows you to claim it. So some of them, like this one, it's if you claim it, it now tells you to buy it. So it's $450. Yeah, even though some of them were on demand, right? It shows you that you need to buy it. $450. So if you work for a partner organization, then for sure you're gonna get it at a discount. Sometimes the partner is free. Some others you have to um, pay a discounted amount. So about half of that. So instead of 450, you pay 225. So just as but depends on your partner level, right? That would determine. But this is because um, this is the main implementation. The one for the administrator or the developer one, those are a little cheaper. Those are 300. Those are 300. The administrator, they are 300. Just as an FYI. The administrator and the app dev, they are 300. Do we have questions? Or do we have any concerns? Yeah, this one is completed, I believe. Yeah, this one's completed. It's like some of them, if you have done them, it will let you know. So that way you're kind of like ready. Do we have questions? Do we have concerns before we go? I know.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
So so this freebies that ServiceNow is giving, is there like a duration, or like they can just wake up one day and decide to call it a day with the discounts, with the, because I know that before, I think you pay money to access the material, like the, let's say you want to write CAD, that's the certified app dev, so you pay to access the training, like the book,
Right,
and you now pay again for the voucher for the exam. So
right.
right now, the on demand, the material is free, but
Hmm.
you just pay for the voucher.
Right.
So I'm guessing that at some point they might wake up, right? And everything is back to normal.
A great question, Obi. Yeah, that's true. Um, we just don't know as at this time, but that's a fact. If you remember, within the space, before ServiceNow University, after they pretty much last year, they only started giving the pretty much test run, right, for this year. So like by the, I believe January, once we started doing the deltas, which was I think January 15 or so, and that's that window when they started to talk about the Yokohama release. They started to give out the access to the on-demand content on Now Learning for free. So it started earlier in the year. So uh, prior to now, these courses you had to pay 500 for them first. Then at the end, you now buy the voucher also for the on-demand, because the instructor-led or the class one is still there being paid for. 2,400 or so. For that instructor-led one, I believe. But we can always take a look. We can see class options there. So ServiceNow is offering this as a way to get a lot of that's that mark of, I believe, if you remember, back in knowledge it was 1 million they are trying to get, right? 1 million professionals certified and scaled up or reskilled, if you will. So based on that, I think as at knowledge last year, if I'm not mistaken, they should be close to, I believe, 400 500, or it might be under. But that much of those has been the fuel for the rise up, the next gen, and then a lot of the activity in the community just to make sure that they have that number really increase. And then right now also there's that uh rise up, I believe, the India. So now like uh they've moved from the Americas rise up, they've moved to um the EMEA. I think now it's India. Maybe they might close out with APJ, Asia Pacific. So Japan. So more than likely, right? They're just making sure they have the world coverage or spread, but the number is to hit 1 million practitioners, or that would be scaled up for that. So that number, or that they are not letting us know. But one thing's for certain, as much as we can, we'll put that word out there, to have as many of our practitioners take that, um, uh, take that um, take that freebie, right? Take this opportunity, because I remember back in the day with the community um, um, when it all started, I think right by or before the pandemic, when most of the content was pretty much free when they started, right? Then they now stopped it. And then when I say free, I mean the on-demand versions. They were using that to kind of like ramp up and test run. But they now caught it and started doing okay. Um, Only a few will be free for a particular duration, about 3 months, to get a lot of CSA certified, right? And then they started with that. They do that, twice a year, say January, or January through March, and then June through August, stuff like that. And then slowly they now use that to consolidate, because they still have other programs, whether it's within the partner, or whether it's within the or whether it's like skill bridge. So for like veterans coming in, they have all these other programs to get that 1 million that they're trying to achieve, right? That target. But when they would stop, right, they need as much people as they can to get there. You still have to pay to get your voucher when you're done with the on-demand course. You still have to pay the voucher. But when they do get there, though, um, definitely the classes will become, it will show you the payment requirement once they get there. So you want to explore this now, so that way you can get it. That's the instructor learned one, because all the on-demand courses are now for free. So the instructor one is the one that you pay for, and it tells you, and then organizations can get it. Like you can see 2,700. So it's not like it's 2,700. The only thing is it comes with a voucher. Um, so like this one is fundamentals, right? This one is just the implementation in itself. So some of them are 2 days, some of them are 3 days. In some cases, you can combine the both, but it just means you're paying more. So and then the organizations, right? Whether you're a partner organization or not, if you're paying it yourself as an individual, um, the partners get a way around it. They get those learning credits, and then they get their partner discounts. So, but for you and I, practitioners there, so we want to take advantage now of the freebie, right, for those online ones, because we don't know that amount. So if we're saying plus or minus, maybe with give it that they are trying to get 500 more practitioners into this space, right? So if they look at that, right, we looked at knowledge when they started this bold initiative 2023-24 as a last year, and this year, let's say they were able to get another 200, maybe getting up to that 500 number. Partners, so that 500 number, so we still have another 500, maybe, this is just, a best guess or best estimate, to get that. Great question, Obi. Partners exactly are organizations that are collaborating with ServiceNow to sell their products and offerings. All right. Partner organizations are organizations, companies that support ServiceNow in the sales of their products. So they help to build products that they sell on the store. They help to also implement. So you can work for a partner. So something like a Deloitte, a KPMG, an Accenture, a PricewaterhouseCoopers, Fujitsu, HCL Americas, Accenture Federal, uh, some of them are customers. So things like, um, Alliant, or things like the government in itself. So most of the government, like the VA, is a customer. So the partners support customers who are actually using the products and services. The partners who sometimes use these products and services too as well. The organization or the partners list is there. You can find partners. So those partners help ServiceNow to reach out. You can see partner levels, whether you're a reseller, you're also seeing whether you're also able to be a consulting partner. You're a service provider, so something like you're a vendor. You could use that service provider. There's consulting and implementation. Then if you're creating apps within platform ServiceNow, the build partnership, they have these. They have these. It comes with its specs. Yes, it costs you a little bit or two, and they have tiers within them. You can go there and explore the part. It tells you, you can within which region, the steps you need to know or what you need to do. So if once you're in that partner, it will show you the companies that are there, Accenture, right? Advanced Solution, Alcor. So these are organizations all over the world that you can work for. So be mindful there. You can always work for them. The major thing is you need to take advantage of ServiceNow's offering and get certified, very big in this market, so that way you are well equipped for what's next. You're well equipped for what's next, because there's a lot happening, especially with the AI agent or the agentic revolution. So and ServiceNow is a pioneer in that innovative space. ServiceNow, yes. ServiceNow has been doing this, and then it's something that it's ready to go. Just a minute. Right. So, and that's true, Obi. So the training before would have cost you, depending on if you're doing the administrator or you're doing the application developer training, it would have cost you about, even on demand, that's on your own, right? Because the 2700 or the 1900 ones that we saw now, those come with the vouchers built in. So when you're done with the training, whether it's the 3 days or 2 days, they provide you the vouchers at the end. But in this one where you're doing it on demand, you're watching those videos or the class material or the content, and you're done, before, to access that content on demand, it will cost you 500. And then depending on if it's an implementer or if it's the app dev or admin, it would have cost you an extra 300. So about 800, and then in some cases 1000. It's now going to cost you just 300, and then 450 once you take the on-demand classes. So about 500 at the most to put you out. So your ability to do these um, would go a long way to yield results. You know, within ServiceNow, we took a look at those the career journeys, right? So you could see your ability to do this now. Yes, it's going to, you're going to, nobody will see you putting the effort and doing what you need to, but you're able to, get rewarded and earn over, your six-figure income, right? You're able to do that regardless of, this. It gives you there. It tells you you're able to earn with the different roles that are available, right? If you say you don't want to apply yourself and do the needful, yeah, you can also even do support special, which is help desk technician. You can do that if that's what you want to do. But there are other ways that you can do and reach out, right? Get you the six-figure income, and then you'll be well on your way, prepared. For sure. Thanks, Obi, for pointing that out. And that's so true. The whole content is there available to you, and you have a healthy community that is here, cheering you on, providing you the resources or that you need for career success, career transition, right? And to get you the foot in the door, the support, whether it's when you're done, interview preps and what have you not. So in a couple of minutes, the recordings will be out. The links, you can always you know review those either in any of your preferred channels. Whether you would have the recording link, you have the YouTube video link as well, in the password. So once again, thank you everyone for joining our session today to wrap up knowledge and unlock exactly all of the good stuffs that are available there for you to really use to gain that visibility within ServiceNow, as well as to transition your career in IT, unlocking the full AI experience, and then ServiceNow University offerings within that AI or what we call intelligence age. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye bye.